Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy with It. I'm going to keep looking over here. I don't know why. Because if I look at myself, either way, we're going through my collection or our collection of games. Done 2 videos. This is the 3rd video, which is actually the bonus video, and then the 4th video is going to be the game room, which is the big, probably video. Although the last one took almost an hour, I think. Either way, let's go ahead and go through. These are most of our small walk games, like all play games or small little games that when people come over, we can just play them because they're right here in the dining room with us. So let's go ahead and see what we got. All right, so here's our first cabinet. Luckily, I don't think I have to move too much, just maybe this one. So as I said, most of these are all play games. So we have roll to the top. We should have 2 roll to the tops. Where's my other roll? No, 1 roll to the top. So I mentioned roll to the top. Roll to the top is a really good game. Enjoyed it. It is a roll and write game where you are trying to roll and put sequential numbers as you go to the top of whatever the board is, right? The different monuments or whatever the case may be. Nice, fun game. Factory Funner, you are trying to build out your factory and make the chemicals, right? So you have different color chemicals go through from one end to another to score points. One tour roll and write game where you are trying to do sequential numbers across a board to get the most optimal path, so that way you can score the most points. Habitats is a tile placement game where you're trying to build out habitats and then match up to get certain points based on the scoring objectives. Through the Desert, I would say it's like an area control game, but you're really just building your camels around to score points by surrounding certain things and blocking your opponents from being able to place their camels. Bites is a little racing game, fun little game, lightweight, where you are trying to gather certain foods and then you want to get to the end so you can make sure that the food you want scores a certain amount of points, because based on where you end determines how many points each different thing is going to be worth. Message from the Stars we haven't played yet, but you're basically creating an alien language and then trying to decipher it between each other, so like a little party game. Definitely, we keep wanting to try this, but nobody seems to think they have the brain capacity for it when we decide to play it late at night. But I don't think it's that difficult. Pollen, I don't remember Pollen. I think it is a tile placement game with flowers, and you're trying to match the different flowers, maybe? I can't pull it out without pulling everything else out. I think that's what that is. Down here at the bottom, these were neat. So these are all based on old games. So Ludos has created games of a particular thing. So there's games of America, games of Africa, games of Asia, and I think the 4th one, the last one's going to be Europe. And it's a neat box. It's got this nice little diamond that keeps them all nice and sturdy. So actually, I've debated, I'll probably pull these out at some point, figure out where I can stack them and have them look real nice. But it's just a bunch. There's 4 games in each one. They're tiny little games. They're all 2-player games. So I thought this is definitely something for me and Oddity. Again, they may be great games, they may be bad games, but it's just nice to have a nice little collection of small box games like that. And even the games, they come with if I can get this pulled out, it comes in a box, but then even in the box, it's got a nice little felt baggie. So it's easy to just take this with you if you need to go somewhere. Vivid Memories, again, Floodgate games. So I had a discount for Floodgate, and then I had some shop cash. So this basically came out to paying for just shipping before shipping got crazy. So it was like $7. So I was like, cool. You are trying to build a pattern across the board. You know what? This is the 3rd video, and I thought I was better than this because my OCD doesn't like it. But you're trying to build a pattern across the board by placing these tiles to then activate and get points on the sides and based on the different dreams that you have as a child. So it was a fun game. Don't rate it as highly as Sagrada, which is the reason we picked that up, because Oddity's #1 game is Sagrada. Pattern building game where you have restrictions of where you can place colors or numbers. We have everything for it, so there's lots of variety, lots of options, lots of modules that you can add to add complexity, remove complexity. If you watch Top Games of All Time, I talk about it, but we took that down to her sister in Colombia, and her sister really enjoyed it as well. So definitely a game most people should check out. All right, next one is River Valley Grassworks. This is the, I would say I don't even know if I put which way is correct now anymore. I just switched that around before. this is an Azul. I think a lot of people are saying like an Azul equivalent game. You are gathering stones out of a river, and then you are building a pattern in vertical rows across. And then you only score points if you have consecutive rows and based on the highest or lowest of those rows. So really neat little game. Played it again with my family. Family really enjoyed it. Most all-play games are just nice, lightweight games to have, even if they're not your favorite game. Okay, so we're going to do the other cabinet. So this is the second cabinet. So as you can see, first we have King Domino Origins. Same thing, need a version of King Domino in the collection. So Origins just seemed like the right fit. You are trying to lay out these domino tiles to basically score the most points. Clue, Sabotage, and Clue, the Midnight Hotel. Again, my sister really likes those style of games. I think she played one. I think we played this one. And I think she played this one. So she brought it so we could play the other one because me and Audrey had not played the other one. But again, escape room style game. It's not your regular Clue. It's more they were creating an escape room system. Quirky Circuits we have played on the channel. It is a programming game. You play cards to make the little cat or the robot move in a certain pattern to try to complete whatever the puzzle is in that particular scenario. Azul, again, go watch my top 50 games of all time. This did make it. It is a tile game where you're trying to put tiles in a mosaic pattern. There are some restrictions and limitations. There is a pool in the middle a shared pool that you take from or leave from. So really, really thinky little strategy game, but again, very lightweight. So much so that when my sister played it, she went and immediately wanted to buy it. So I just gave her my copy, and then I bought the Chocolatiers. Sum 8 is like a different take on dominoes, where you're trying to build these crazy eights. So it's 2 circles, and you're trying to build 2 circles to make an 8. And then if you make an 8 and the numbers equal 8, then you score points based on that. Haven't played this yet. Want to take it down to Columbia because Audrey says her dad likes dominoes. Kabuto Sumo, I don't know, did we play this on the channel? My nieces and nephews and all, they really like it. It's basically just sumo wrestling with bugs. So you've got these discs, and you're trying to push the different discs off of a platform and get your opponent's bug pushed off the platform too. So very fun, lightweight, dexterity style game. Motor City I picked up because I missed the other 2 games in the series. It's a roll and write game. It looks very complex, maybe, which is why I haven't tried it yet. Again, if you guys want to see it on the channel, just let me know. I'll play it solo on the channel. But I think you're just trying to build cars through roll and write. Riverside is it's a dice rolling game. Based on the dice that are rolled, you get to move down the river and send your people out on expedition, and then you try to fill in your crew manifest to earn the most points. Really nice game, played with my parents, just nice and light, not a lot of overhead. Next is Twinkle Twinkle. Twinkle Twinkle is a pattern laying game. You are laying out tiles to build star patterns and then put cosmic things like satellites or wormholes, and each one's going to score you different points based on the different scoring conditions. We played this one offline because again we weren't making content at the time, but there you go. You're just trying to make patterns. Nice little pattern game. We haven't played this. This is the Hanamakoji and Geisha's Road. I think I can't remember the difference of either one. I think there's something about area majority or set collection. I just do not remember. Somebody let me know in the comments what that game is about so everybody else knows. Okay, this is the first drawer. I don't think there's any way for me to strategically do this. This is all of our all-play small box games. If all play has made a small box game, I think we have it. There may be 1 or 2 that don't. I mean, I can talk about a couple of them. Sequoia is a pattern game where you're trying to build out a forest of trees. 9 Lives is a fun little trick-taking game. You have to say how much you think you're going to make beforehand. Bacon, I forget what Bacon is. It's a card game, but I forget what you do. Lunar, I forget what you do. Ghost of Christmas is it's very different. There's like a past, present, and future trick that you're going to play. We haven't gotten to play it yet. I keep wanting to play it at Christmas, but could never find people that want to play it. Waddle is a newer one. Waddle is you are trying to do area control by placing out your penguins around. Lure is another newer one. You are rolling dice to try to catch fish. So it's kind of a, let's say a push your luck, but there is a lot of randomness of whether you can catch the fish. This is Snip Snap. We started to play this. Again, it's just a little party game where you're trying to, I think you have to get matching pairs or something, and then you say Snip Snap, and then you grab them. That's the end of that round. Vegas Strip, I don't remember what it does. Snack Attack we played on the channel for the publisher. This is actually a prototype, but you know. You are trying to make a meal out of like certain foods, and then certain dinosaurs, the little dinosaurs like certain food, like spicy or sweet. So you got to make those patterns. What's that back there? Something with a bunny on it. This one's Dungeons and Dinos. We didn't get to play that. That was like their follow-up game. This is, what are you? Oh, that's Fork. A food chain trick-taking game. So I think this was one that we got when I mentioned in the other video, game store was closing down, and I think it was just a couple bucks, and it's supposed to be okay. So I think we grabbed it. Maybe that's where I got it from. I don't remember. What else is in here? This is a prototype. So this is the potion. Yeah, Explosion Laboratory. This is just a prototype. Should be with the rest of the prototypes. I know you had to do something with matching the colors. Again, playthroughs on the channel if you guys want to know more about that one. These are the love letters. So Star Wars love letter and Marvel love letter. We played Star Wars, haven't played Marvel, shockingly enough. You are just trying to get the best hand of cards by discarding and playing cards with abilities. Monopoly Deal, probably what most people say is the best version of Monopoly. You're basically just trying to get your properties through card mechanics instead of actually spending 5 hours paying rent. Two of the small box all play games. I'm not necessarily a fan of these tiny little small box games. This one, the fairy one, you have to guess whether it's going to be a fairy or whether it's going to be higher or lower. It's completely random. You never know what's going to happen. The Panda, I don't remember what Panda was. Yeah, I do not remember what Panda, what you're supposed to do at all. Draw, discard, and pass. Yeah, I don't remember what you're supposed to do. A bunch of button shy games. Skulls of Subtle Deck, we really like. You're basically building a pyramid, and the points are based off of what's above, below, or near you. Sprawlopolis, you're building out a Sprawlopolis. I think we still have the prototype of Naturopolis in there. More Skulls of Subtle Deck. I don't have all the expansions. I am missing a couple expansions. And then Tussie Mussy. So these are the three we like the most out of all the ones we've gotten so far. You are doing a set collection based on the different flowers. All right. And then Foul Play. I backed this as one of the very first games I backed. Again, being a simple card game. I don't remember. I think it's a deduction style game. You're the good cop or the bad cop. Holiday Hijinks. We do need to get this played one time. Grand Gamer sent this to us. It's a 60-minute mystery game you're trying to solve. This was a preview, the Sherlock Files. So I don't know anything about that. It was a free preview. Shard Hunters. I think same thing. I don't remember if I backed this or if I got it. I think we got this free with another game. Which I'm actually calling, I think, the other game. It's 1 to 4 players. I can bring it to the channel. I don't know much about it. It's a card game. Okay, here's our next drawer. So, Duck in Danger. Again, this is actually a prototype. We played this on the channel. You are trying to collect the dukes and save them. Depending on your role, right, you're going to do different things. Queen of Scots is kind of like I think it's a rummy style game. You're trying to do collections. It has a unique mechanic where if you want to draw a card, you actually have to take the entire stack on the discard pile. Parks, on the Parks game. Which one's that one? Trails. The smaller brother of Parks. We never got Parks. We got Trails. I don't know if it's like Parks, but you're trying to go up and down the trail to score points. These just came in. I've got all 4 of them. They're the little Robo Rescue Origins. They did this as a promotional Kickstarter for their bigger game, which is Robo something else. Robo Rescue. So I didn't back Robo Rescue. I was thinking about it. I ended up not doing it. This is supposed to be like a little card game where you're trying to build sets in 2 different areas to score points with some restrictions. All the decks are the same. I got 4 decks, so you can play up to 4 players or you can play solo. Manatee Sanctuary, I'll be playing this on the channel this week, which again, I don't know what that means to you guys. This is probably definitely coming out of that. You're trying to build a sanctuary and then place the manatees, and each color manatee has different requirements for feeding, for eating, the number of spaces they take up, and what they do. For example, the yellow one allows you to draw a second manatee. Ajisai. Again, this was part of that combo. If you watch the previous video, where again I can't read this, it looks like a pattern game. I don't know, it came together. The Okie Dokie, we played this. It's really hard, or at least for us it was hard. You have to get a pattern together without talking about what you can do, and you need to build from, get all your cards out, and we just were never able to do it. Sushi Go. Audrey's mom really likes this one. My mom actually liked it too. It's a set collection game, and based on what sets you collect, you'll score points. Guns and Treasure. We did this. I think this is a Kickstarter again. So Callisto sent this to us because I had done Robin Hood gameplay. So then they sent us this. You're trying to build out your ships and trying to attack your opponents. Again, we have a playthrough of it. Not necessarily for me. So probably one that will eventually be cold. Tree Lined Avenue we like. You are placing out tiles to try to build a park that will score you points based on adjacency and things like that. And you're also trying to get the animals into your park. Delicious. So top 50 games of all time. Go check that out. It is a flip and right where you are building out your garden, and then you're scoring points based on completing certain things in your garden, or over in the fruit side, having particular patterns on the fruit. Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber is a hidden movement game where you don't know what anybody is, and so you're flipping over the different tiles to either accomplish your goal or prevent somebody else from getting their goal. Tranquility Ascent, I don't think that's coming out right now. Is a cooperative card game or solo where you are trying to build the mountain out of the set of cards. Again, watch my top 50 games. It's in there. Zoo King, it's another set collection where you're trying to get animals that score based off of their region. I don't remember if you're building it out in a tableau or not. Yeah, choose your path, turn back. Yeah, I don't remember if you're building it as a tableau. Rip Off, we haven't played. It just seems like a fun party game. We just haven't played it yet. Merchants of Andromeda, haven't played. It just, again, one of the all-play bundles that came in. Down underneath is Monstrosity, which we did play that with my nieces and nephews. It's fun. It's a fun little party game. You have to look at a monster, like you're the eyewitness for the monster, and then you have to tell the others what you saw, and they have to try to draw it. All right, the last one, and we got to be quick because the battery is definitely yelling at me now. Sayu, didn't make my top 50, but it is a neat little thing. Think of like Othello. You're placing these tiles, and based on the directions, they're going to flip over. So, of course, you want to have the most of your color at the end of the game. Fisheries of Gloucester. We play that on the channel. It is a racing game. You're racing to the end. Two-player racing game. Placing out tiles to get your boat to the end. Mariana Trench is a kind of push your luck. You're going down into the trench to try to explore and find creatures. Again, one of the very first Kickstarters I backed. I think, it came with a big old playmat and everything for like $20. It's an okay game. Mindbug, we enjoyed it. We played it on the channel. I think I got the first 2 games in here. It's a PvP, game. Pokemon, Magic, whatever. And the difference is your decks are kind of pre-built randomly, and then you're just fighting each other. Seven Wonders Duel. Heard this is a very good game. Got this before the Lord of the Rings version. Have everything in it. Just still haven't been able to play it. Don't know much about it. We have, of course, Patchwork. We have the Valentine one with the chocolates because Audrey loves Valentines and chocolates. It is a game where you are trying to complete your patchwork quilt, right, with the symbols. Subject 2 players we played on the channel. You are trying to do set collection to gain points. There's just a grid of tiles that you can choose from, and you point a particular direction, and that's the direction your opponent has to go in the next turn. Land versus Sea tile placement game. You score points by making land areas or sea areas. Again, we played that on the channel. Sail I wanted to play before the Kickstarter campaign. We didn't get to do that. It is a cooperative trick-taking game. So, yeah. Wolfwalkers, definitely check out my top 50. Played that. You're playing cards into a tableau, and then you're scoring points by either using the top or the bottom of the card. One is going to be the action, one is going to be the scoring condition, and it all goes into the same tableau. Tether is a fun little game where one person's one way and the other person's the other way, and you're trying to make sequential numbers to score them. You can have one or many astronauts tethered together. Smitten is another one of those games, kind of like the one I just mentioned with the elephant band, where you're trying to play out the cards without talking to the other person to say where they go in the grid. A very challenging little puzzle. Empty Throne, I don't know much about it. I read the rules, I was going to play it, never did. Squire for Hire, Audrey really likes this one. This is a game where you're collecting loot and things, and you have to put the cards on top of the other cards. We've got a playthrough on the channel. Reflections, again, this is a prototype. I don't know if the game actually successfully funded. I don't think it did. But you are kind of playing opposites to each other. So your tableau versus their tableau in opposite directions. I think it was really unique how it did it. Again, you can see how that plays on the channel. I don't know how this is looking, but all right, guys. So that was that. Again, battery's about to die. So if you have any suggestions for games that I should just cull, games that we should keep, or games that I should play on the channel, make sure you let me know down in the comments. But until next time, guys, peace.